Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for all signs, a timeless reading where we look at the general energies and then we'll focus on any specific message for each zodiac sign. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're watching this video is when you needed to hear those messages and receive this guidance. I hope that everyone is doing well, and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Those of you who have been with me for a while, or if you just joined the group, or even if you just happen to watch this video and this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, hello and welcome. If you are interested or if you like the kind of work that I do, please feel free to subscribe if you like. And there are more videos that you can watch. They're organized in the playlist based on the zodiac sign. And there are more videos like this that you can watch in the timeless readings. I also want to thank you, those of you who have reached out for private reading. Thank you for your patience. You can find my contact in the About tab if you're interested to have a private reading. So let's start the reading. Let's see what kind of messages you are going to receive at this point. What do we need to know? What is here for us to basically understand? What does the energy currently want us to know? Well, some of you are going a little bit out of your limit zone or out of your comfort zone, maybe. I see a curiosity. Some people are very like excited about something, or they're very much impatiently waiting for something, a news that you want to come, and you can't you really wait for that. For some of you, it is something that you have been waiting for, or there have been a timeline that they provided to you, but you are going to hear that news, that message sooner than expected. Something surprises you pleasantly, and it comes in a sooner time. Like maybe you were waiting for a package, maybe you were waiting for someone to, I don't know, respond to an email or come with an answer to a request. It comes earlier than you expected. Maybe it's a test result. It can be anything. It depends on your energies and what is happening in your life. This is a general reading for everyone. So the collective energy is here. So please feel free to take what resonates with you, as it's not going to resonate with every single person. So on the cup, there's not much, so we'll look at it later. Let's look at the general message here. Well, I see some of you are trying to look at the bigger picture. I definitely see for some of you, you have a medical exam, or there is some X-ray or something that you are going to, I don't know, look at it with your doctor. But it's a happy result. The result is happy and satisfying for you. You might have broken a leg, I can see that, or it could be an X-ray or something from the nervous system or your bones. It can be whatever. It can be for someone around you, or maybe you're a medical profession and you have been doing a lot of these diagnoses lately. Anyway, the result is good. If you're looking for, like, if the test result is for pregnancy, there might be some tests that you need to complete and do. There is still a little bit of treatment needed for some people that are trying to get pregnant, and they're under they're going for treatments. The medical test might tell you that you have to still go on the treatment for a little bit longer. But as I said, the energies are good. For the others, I can say that you're looking at the bigger picture. Some of you are thinking about immigration or traveling a far land, and there's someone expecting you in the end, that person is going to be very happy seeing you, and they're very excited that you can go see them, or you are going to meet them. They are not coming, and you are maybe, someone here is planning for this international trip, or this is basically it's a far away, it's not close distance. So you're going to travel to far lands, and you definitely will pass oceans. Maybe this is even the first time for some of you that you're going that far, and you might need to a little bit like plan maybe you're thinking, as much as you're excited, for some of you there's a lot of excitement to do that, there is a little bit of, I don't want to say hardship, but you're thinking about it, like what should I do with my, I don't know, like how should I, like if I go there, like how about my job, or how about my kids, or how about, there are things that you have to sort out. I don't want to say it's difficult, it's just it requires planning. And the person on the other side is very excited to see you, and are maybe encouraging you to come, and maybe may stay more, maybe it's your children or your parents. But I mostly see that a parent is going to see their kids, or just two relatives, two friends, two lovers, it's whatever it can be. um, there's definitely children involved. Keep an eye on your children. I see this specifically a child, a Gemini child, and it's just right next to Gemini. So this can be that your child, your inner child, is a little bit, for some of you, confused. Specifically, if you're a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, your inner child might be a little bit confused, or maybe you are have been unhappy recently about something, or things didn't go the way you planned, or there's a problem that you need to look at it a little bit more as an adult, because I see that you have been behaving a little bit childish, and you couldn't fix the problem. Or maybe I just say that you have to change your mindset to face this problem, or to fix this issue. Um, there's something that you need to fix, but you need to stop being a child about it. Maybe it's you or someone else. It could be a Gemini around you, or it could be you, but you need to be a little bit more grown up about that. Cancer, I just see that, but I will get to that later. But Cancer might have a good news on the phone. There's a phone call for someone with a Cancer sign that is going to be very happy. And I see that Aquarius is going to start a new path. Some of you are starting something very new, something that you have already been doing, or maybe it was not working for you, and it didn't work, and it didn't respond. Now things are going to be better. But again, I will focus on each sign later, but I had to say that because I'm looking at this plate. This, for some of you, there's definitely a car trip, like you're taking a road trip. About that trip that I mentioned, maybe some of you are thinking to drive there, but it's a very long way, so you are debating if should I. Again, this is one of the constraints that I said you might have, and things that you might evaluate. What I say is that you can drive if that's what you want to do, but it's a long, I mean, drive. Again, it depends for everyone what is your situation. um Again, I see that someone is very much expecting something, a news, maybe return of someone. I see someone maybe around you guys lives in a like an apartment building which is very tall, and from above they're watching, like they're next to the window, they stand by the window and they look outside. Maybe they're just bored, or they're just watching people, or maybe they're expecting something, some energy like that. I see a little bit of patience required, but in general, I see things are moving fast. Things are moving in your favor in general, but you need to be strategic. You need to plan, and you have a little bit of attachment to your home. I don't know, somehow it's hard for you to relocate. Maybe some of you have received a job offer or an opportunity to move somewhere, but you are not 100% like sure. You're reluctant because you don't want to move. You like the place you are. You don't want to. Again, we get back to what I said in the beginning. You don't want to get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you haven't been working for a while and you have to go back to work, and then you're a little bit reluctant. You don't want to get out of your comfort zone. As I said, you want to stay in your shell. There is, again, I see loneliness for someone. I see a female energy that feels very lonely. Maybe they recently separated themselves from a relationship, or from somewhere, maybe from your workplace, from your parents. There is a little bit of even maybe sad energy. That person might have even cried a little bit. They find themselves very lonely, and they think they are let by themselves, and there's not much protection. But again, I see someone is expecting them in the very near future. Someone is coming into their life, and these thoughts that they have, that oh my god, I'm left alone, I don't have anyone, I'm by myself, this is not correct, this is not true for long term, and very soon they'll find their soulmate. And it's going to be a very happy energy. Some people are cutting something. If you're cutting something in the kitchen, be careful. I see you're working with a very sharp knife. Some of you are thinking about cutting a relationship, closing a cycle painlessly. And if you're all going to have a surgery, it is going to be good. It's going to be painless. It's going to be headache with no headache, with no trouble, with no trauma. It's going to be done very good. If you're a surgeon, you are going to be very, specifically if you're an Aquarius or a Capricorn, you're going to be very busy. You're going to do a lot of surgeries. In when you're listening, I mean, where you're watching this video, and you're going to be very successful. You're going to make a lot of money. And or if you work with knives in any way, if you're a chef, if you're, I don't know, you work in a department store, the meat department, something like that. I see a lot of money. Maybe I don't know, something like that. Restaurants might have a I don't know, increase in the demand or something. You're gonna get very busy. There's also a little bit of censorship that I feel on the media in different countries. There might be some things that people are trying to hide or cut, and just yeah. Okay, what else? There's a beautiful bird, a white beautiful bird. I'm sure you can see that, the eyes here and the wing. Very beautiful. I hope peace for everyone. Definitely peace and health is coming. Again, I want to make sure that I mention, if you're all sick or if you're all needing someone who's sick or someone sick around you, or you don't feel well, or is for the public energy. I see that the basically this is a dove actually. The bird of peace is coming. Health, happiness, peace is coming. So we have to welcome that. And I see again that the victory is coming to the darkness. Light is going to win over the darkness, and of course, truth and peace is gonna win. So let's pray for happiness and health and peace over the world. This is based on the collective energy, and I'm very happy that I see that. I think for most people, or for the public energy, for the collective energy, enthusiasm is very high. People are very hopeful, or they should be very hopeful. The message is that be hopeful, and there is going to be health, peace, happiness coming, hopefully for everyone. If you write stories, or if you work in a media, you might also be you might be feeling a little bit of pressure, but there's some pressure maybe from some I don't know places, but I feel like the people who are in the media and they want to talk about the justice, or they want to reflect the truth, they will be able to do that, and they can do that. No one can stop them. um, these two neighbors, if you have a neighbor, or you want to move to a place that you will find a very close neighbor, you'll feel very close to your neighbors. I see neighborhood, um, maybe neighborhood meetings or parties or barbecues and something like that, specifically in the winter. If you're watching this in the winter, there might be like cozy meetings, or people go to each other's house, or there's some kind of gathering in the winter. um, for the same neighborhood, maybe some decisions needs to be made or something like that. And I see for a female energy, I see skiing and like basically skiing and board, like yeah, like diving, something like that on the ski, or like skating or skiing. Be careful. And but I see very beautiful future for someone, a female energy, who's doing skiing or skateboarding, something like that. I don't know if it's maybe the Winter Olympics or something like that. I see a very beautiful victory for someone. Specifically, if you're watching from Canada, um, there might be something in news about that. Maybe they win the championship again. This is just the energy that I see. But again, if you're into skiing, that's a great source for some people to get to peace and happiness and release some negative energies. Um, Taurus, you might have a good news. You might come out of a hardship. Again, in general, I feel that for a lot of people who are watching, will get a good news. There might be peace between two countries after all, or maybe around I don't know, around the continents, two countries might be united, or they might sign a contract. It can be about anything, about the environment, about the whatever pollution, but I see it very clean and energies. I mean, very clean energy. So it could be about using clean energies. Um, and they might push for that. So there might be new rules, regulations, or maybe people in general, the public, are trying to pay more attention to the environment and the earth, and the sources and resources, and which shows me like a Taurus, which is the land, the ground, the Mother Earth. So I see basically clearance of a lot of negativity from the earth or from the public um, energies. Um, Someone is baking, someone is thinking about Valentine's Day. If you're watching around Valentine's Day, there might be a big surprise. You might receive some dark chocolate or something that you didn't again expect. I definitely see unexpected energies, unexpected surprises for you. It could be in love and romance for some of you. There might be some unexpected pregnancy as well. Someone is working very hard, and I see them as a Cancer. Cancer might be very tired. Maybe they're tired about, maybe with kids. Your children are just draining your energy, or maybe I see your feet might have problems. Maybe you're standing a lot, or you need to take a break. I definitely see some mothers who are Cancer. They're very tired. They have sleepless nights with children. Just be careful. Don't yell at your children, or don't yeah, try to um, anyway, children can be a lot of work, but I think in the end they need a protection and or basically full commitment. So you might need some help. A Cancer might need some help mm, with specifically stay-home moms. There might be even some discussions with in the family for this mom who is a Cancer with their husband or their spouse, that the mom is overworked and dad is always at work, and he's busy. So there's a little bit of, I feel that energy for a family, and the child is a little bit lost. So maybe there's some disputes in the family, some discussions, some arguments, and just you need to resolve that, because this is draining your energy and this is making your child very confused and sad. And that's what I wanted to say. Children, they don't need to experience this adult things and suffer. um Again, that was for very specific people. I'm not saying everyone is going through that, but you needed to hear that. Someone might have problems with their feet. If your feet are swelling, again, make sure that you use you see your doctor, your medical profession, and you, I mean, take care of that. If you're standing too long, uh, try to use some massage or whatever that is suggested. In Gemini, you might hear someone passed away, but it could be someone who's very, like a person who not very close, maybe some colleagues, parents, some colleagues, grandma, a friend's grandma, or someone. Okay, let's look at here. Well, I definitely see someone's long X-rays coming clear. If you have been worried about that, and I saw that definitely there, I can see lungs here very clearly. So if you or someone is that had issues with their lungs, any type of issues, that's gonna be clear. That's gonna be great. And I see that you will be released. If someone is in the hospital, they will be discharged. They will be released. They will go home. They'll be sent back to home. Some of you, maybe you're living somewhere where which there's a lot of air pollution, and I saw that air pollution, and I saw that something needs to be done for that. But if you have like chronic lung, or someone has chronic, like your parents or your grandparents have chronic lung disease, they have to leave that area which is very much polluted, when where there's air pollution. And this time, I mean, I said they're clear, but they have to move somewhere where the air is good. They can't do like that. Or if they are smoking, they can't continue like that. They have to stop and quit smoking, because this time things are okay and it passed. So they need to take care of they need to take care of their health. I see a female energy here very beautifully. Someone is sending you a gift, maybe, and it's someone that maybe is stranger. Maybe you buy something online and they like even wrap it in a very nice way, or they put something as a thank you note, or something that surprises you. I see like it's a fabric, maybe it's in a scarf or a belt or something like that. I see like the F on that. Maybe it's made in France. This is coming from far away and you're very excited to receive it. And this comes, maybe it's a luxury item, which comes from a very delicate, like it's maybe wrapped very delicately, or it's a very luxurious item. Maybe it's a belt and a scarf or something like that. But it brings a lot of luck. I see stars on it. It brings a lot of luck, and I don't know, like it gives you a lot of confidence. It brings a lot of happiness for you. Um, it might be that you receive it a little bit late, but you will receive it, and it could be a tie if you're May energy. I see letter F, maybe Frederick, something like that. We might hear someone is doing math, or they're into complicated math algorithms or something like that. Which you, if that's the case for you, you will be successful on coding or decoding those maths. Or I see coding or maybe algorithms, and that's actually good. You can do a lot. Someone is trying to. I see someone is fishing. They're sitting and fishing. You might be waiting for an opportunity. I have to say, you might be waiting a little bit, or you're in the wrong place. If you go for fishing, and you, I mean, actually, if you actually go for fishing and you don't get catch anything, you might be at the wrong place of the river or the lake or whatever. There's a lot of mud I can see, and that's why you don't catch any fish. There's no fish over there. You might to change your location. You need to go to a different location. And if this is energetically going to resonate with you, it means that you're waiting at the wrong place. That thing is not going to happen. For example, someone told you that they're going to give you this much money, or they're going to offer you this job, and you have been waiting at home for their phone call. This is not going to happen. This person, the situation is muddy, very unclear. That person who promised you, for example, they are themselves into a lot of problems, and they might even not be able to help you. So if you see there's nothing happening, and there's no news, and there's no movements, you need to change your location. You need to change your expectation. You need to go find a new way to solve this problem, or you need to move away from this situation, because there's nothing coming out of it. I see a cat. Someone has a very curious cat. The cat is, um, I see a needy cat actually. A curious cat or a needy cat. Be careful, your cat might um, run away if you have a new cat. Maybe that's why you were looking in the neighborhood for your cat. That might happen for someone. I see letter B. Again, I see birth. So there might be a birth. There might be someone celebrating their birthday. If that's the case, happy birthday. Um, or maybe there's birth of a new project, and you, I don't know, it can be anything that you can be doing. Be very hopeful. I see a lot of hope in this reading for general, for the public. Someone is buying new dresses or wardrobe. Maybe if you're in a modeling, or you have a beauty, I don't know, brand or something like that. You work in the fashion. I see a good market. I said you're expanding your business. You might even go international travel. You might be even have very good market in other countries. I see definitely for people who are doing modeling, fashion designer, and even if you're selling on the internet, you might have a lot of customers and a lot of sale. You will make a lot of money. And again, as I said, for international, it can be even much better for you, and it's much more appreciated. Again, some of you need to change your location. You're on the wrong, like for example, you're on the wrong platform, on the wrong website, on the wrong, even a street. If you don't make any money and business is not good for some of you, that's what you need to do. You're on the wrong place. You need to change your location. It can be online, or it can be actual physical location. There are waves coming. There's some unexpected news, but I don't see anything bad. Um, be careful if you go to the ATM machine. Don't, don't, you might mess up your password, or you don't forget your card, or don't forget your wallet or your cash. Be careful about that. If you're going to the bank, um, someone might ask for money again from some of you. I mean, if you can help them, but I don't see that the money is going to be retained in a timely manner. I see someone is starting to smoke, or there's some kind of something like that comes up between a couple, and one of them they don't like they didn't know that their partner was smoking, and there might be an argument or a discussion about that, but nothing serious. um, I see a lot of people with brilliant ideas. There might be some sad news in the media. Maybe someone passed away, a public figure, and I see that some people might get happy. Unfortunately, I don't know why. That's what I see, and some people will be very sad. There might be news about electric cars, or small cars, or even cars for children, or remote control devices, or even flying taxis. Um, I see someone is walking their dog. Someone is going to the dog park. Be careful if you're in a dog park. Um, I see a remote control something. Maybe someone is flying a remote control uh, toy and there might be an accident with a dog or with a child. Be careful about that. There might be an argument. Try to be careful. And if you're in the public, if you're in a park, don't hate people. I see a butterfly, white butterfly. Again, a good news is coming. For people who are born in the year of horse, um, I see a lot of work for you. It's going to be a busy time. You might be running around and you might need to relax at some point. Don't listen to the gossips if you're born in the year of horse. And try to calm down. Don't get angry very quickly. There are people that are whispering, I don't want to say wrong information, but they just want to agitate you. Um, yeah, someone is definitely hearing something that they don't like, and you have to ask them to stop. Someone again is buying a beautiful tie for a lecture, for a concert, maybe for a ceremony. Maybe you go to a wedding or somewhere that you have to talk publicly. You have to go on this stage, or someone has to go on this stage. There might be an announcement. Mm, Someone might go to, I don't know, for some reason I see Switzerland, and someone is probably listening, like watching from Switzerland, or someone is traveling to Switzerland, or little villages in France or Switzerland. Um, I see letter Z. um, Maybe someone who is in fashion industry, that you might have a collaboration or a contract with Zara. I definitely see that. And I see that you are looking into journals. Again, if you are in the fashion industry, you have a lot of income this year. There's a lot of potential argument. And I see in general, what I see for the public or for the collective energy, I see some restlessness. Maybe there are some protests in some countries, and there might be some unease. There's something that people are not happy about. The stock market might be very busy, or changes, like there's big changes in the stock market. I can't say if it's going to fall or it's going to go up, but there are some huge changes, up and downs. um, Definitely, if you have a little garden, or if you have seeded any plants, like energetically, and you're taking care of them, if you are taking care of them, they're going to grow, and they're going to be giving you a lot of fruits, and you will basically harvest the fruit of your labor, definitely. But you need to take care of them. As I said, some of you need to change your location, and don't waste your time somewhere where there is no income, when there is no hope, when nothing moves for a long time. You need to be watching the situation. Someone might have bad dreams, or somehow some dramatic, I don't know, some memories. You might need to talk to a profession, health profession, or I don't know, a therapist. Um, if you're dieting, be careful. Don't try. I see someone is losing weight, but they are not. It's not healthy the way you're doing it. You're burning calories, but you're burning your health as well. You're paying much more than you should from your body. Maybe even if you're a model, it's an unhealthy way of losing weight and being in shape. So just something for some of you to consider. I think that was it for the plate. Let's look at um our cup. What do we have here? Again, I see some test result is coming, or someone is doing some research. If you work in a lab, again, you could be very busy. And so you need to focus on something. This is something that needs your attention. You need to figure out good from bad, right from wrong, or you need to analyze something. Definitely, I see a microscope. Something needs to go under the microscope, or you are under the microscope. I need to, I don't know, people are watching you. If you want to be hired or something like, or in your relationship, or in your social media. There's someone who is going to the cemetery. Maybe they lost someone is like recently. Um, um, and I see someone is doing some like mm, wrestling or boxing, those kind of um, sports, or maybe it's out of anger. Someone is definitely angry. If you lost someone, I see still the anger in you, but it's gonna be okay. You might still be crying, or you might be staying not in rest, but it's being okay. And I see that you're trying to do, that person is trying to do whatever they can to release this sorrow from their heart, and it's gonna take time, but it's gonna be happening. And I see if you can have probably a pet, because I see someone that has a little doggy, white dog in the on their lap, and that might help you to come out of grief. If someone is grieving next, like near you, and you know them, or if by any chance it's you, having a pet or having a little joy in your life might help. And if you want to try, maybe have a pet, I take off a friend's pet for a little bit and see if it can change your attitude, your mood, and that definitely will help you. And the pet will bring a lot of nice energy, a lot of it and releases a lot of negative energies and past memories or sadness from you, definitely for some of you. And this might even start for some people that they go do volunteer work for animals or animal rescue, which is actually very good, or they work in a dog, or they might go to the dog park. Mostly I definitely see a dog park. Something might happen, and maybe you meet someone there, or some potential partner, or some, I don't know, maybe a neighborhood. Something might fall and break. Specifically, I see it as a table. If you're buying something that you need to assemble it, make sure that you do it correctly, because it might. I see a table is like falling, and it's like whatever is on it is gonna fall and break. So be careful. Um, Someone might have their toilets backed up, or some problems in the piping. Someone needs to come and fix it. Some people need to fix something. In the home or in the house, but be careful. Don't rely on cheap, and like try to do your due diligence. That's the best way to do it. Try to do your due diligence and do everything correctly, and make sure everything is done without rush, and it's done. If you can't do it, you have to hire someone who is a professional to help you with that. Someone is drinking coffee, maybe you change the way you drink coffee, the way you brew it, or maybe you bought a new coffee machine and you're using it, and actually you like it a lot. I see number 3. Someone is definitely dealing with a child. Someone definitely needs to spend more time with their child, um, or the child needs more attention, definitely. Um, Again, for some of you, I see you are being you're under someone is watching you. And also, if you're waiting for news, it's coming. I mean, it's coming. Just be a little bit more patient. Like, the bed is sitting at your door and is watching you, and the news actually knows that it has to come to you, but it's still not time. It hasn't opened. The message shouldn't be delivered to you, but the message at the messenger or there at your door, but it's not the time to give you the message yet. So be a little bit more patient for some of you. I see face-to-face conversation for lovers. For some specific people, I see that there might someone is smoking a pipe, um, or you might buy a pipe for as a gift for someone. I see that there is a very serious conversation happening between a lover, like a couple who are lovers, and they need to. This is a very serious discussion, and many things come to clarity. You will know something, or they will know something. Some true feelings, some hidden feelings come to the surface. But I see that if they were fighting or something, I see that they reunite and they come together. There might be a proposal, but it comes in a way that how can I say, not very romantic way, like very honest. Or maybe your person or you are very serious, and instead of like having it very romantic, you just receive this proposal in a very serious way. It could be romance, or it could be a work, business, partnership. um, it might be even a little bit cold. I didn't expect that, but I see that this person is just like that. And then there is nothing behind it. That someone might be like, oh, he proposed, but he was very cold. Like, I don't know what, like he was forced to do that. No, this person is just like that. The Scorpio, you might get into some argument with someone. You might, if you know in a Scorpio, that person might be angry. Don't make it in a Scorpio angry, because they can hate you. That's for sure. Okay, that was the reading for the general, based on the um collective energies for everyone. And as I said, it's going to be resonate, it will resonate with some, not for everyone. But now I'm going to focus on each sign and see how basically what kind of messages we're going to receive for each zodiac sign. What do they need to know? What do we need to know for each zodiac sign? I'm going to start with Aries. Okay, let's see. Aries, what do you need to know? Well, I see you might be praying for something. There might be something that you have been asking for a long time, or you want for a long time. You might go um, like asking a permission, asking from a person who is in a higher authority than yourself, and you're a little bit even stressed about that. There might even be a person that they already said no to you, but you're thinking, or you're reluctant if you have to go back and ask them again. Some of you, I see that you are praying in the church. I see it very clearly that you are praying, and if that's the case, I would say that it is going to be your wish is going to be fulfilled. Actually, the yes answer is coming. Either you are going to ask someone for something which you previously had a no answer, or something that you have been really praying for and it didn't happen, it is eventually going to happen. Someone might stop you to ask for money or guidance, or they ask an address if you can help them. Someone might be even lost, or if someone asks you for help or address something, try to help them. They're not like faking it. It's really that they need help. Someone might really need help and ask you, and yes, that help that you provide to them brings a lot of good karma for you, definitely, and makes your wishes come true much more quicker. If you are fighting with your mother, it's a time maybe to go back and talk to her and be a little bit more open to the way they think, or if you need to have ask for forgiveness, or to build the relationship again. I see that you need to go back to a female energy, and there is a female energy that if you come in terms with them, things might go much better for you. You might need a permission. You might need to even go say goodbye to your mom, because if you are going to travel, I see a face to face that is needed, and brings you a lot of luck and happiness if you do that. I see a lot of spiritual energy around you, Aries. Also, you might do something on your nails. Be careful if you are, I don't know, if there's an infection or something, or if you're allergic to some kind of nail polish or nail polish remover. Be careful about that, because there might be something that you might need to put some medication on your nails or on your fingers. There might also be a fingerprint that you might need to do. It's for a good cause. I don't see anything wrong with that. Some of you love chocolate, and it's white chocolate. um, and I see that some of you might receive money in a red envelope, or in an envelope, or in a little box as a gift. Be careful, don't spill anything in your car. You might spill something on an expensive surface, or on an in an expensive car, or something like that. Let's see for Taurus. Well, Taurus, you're just looking in front, like you're very short vision, like you're focusing right in front of you, right at, like you're just seeing uh, how can I say, in front of your nose. You're not seeing far away. You're focused on something that's, you're not looking at the big picture, definitely, and this is confusing you. You're focused on something that is either not very important, or it's going to pass very quickly. I don't need to put that much time and energy on that. um, some of you, I don't know, maybe you have headache. You're experiencing some headache, or maybe your face. If you live somewhere where it's very cold, try to cover your face, your sinus specifically. You might have a sinus infection, or even your that could cause eye infection. um, you might need, again, I'm not giving medical advice. You need to talk to your medical profession or medical provider, but try to do some home remedies. If you have headaches, it could be from your eyes. Maybe your eyes are tired. Some of you have you forgot something, and you tend to forget things more often, and it bothers you. Maybe you forgot something very important that was right in front of you. Some of you might not be able to find something in time, like maybe you had a flight and you just couldn't find your passport last minute and you missed the flight. Be careful. Um, this thing that you're not focused might hate you a little bit, like again, like missing a flight, missing an opportunity, missing an important meeting, missing a deadline, missing a payment or something like that. That then you will be very upset and you'll be like, oh my god, like you will be upset. Some of you are trying to shave, or you have decided to shave your head, specifically if your May energy might be experiencing some changes in your appearance, in your face. um, I can be focused, but not too focused on one thing, because it's not going to help you that much in the end. You will miss out on other things, Taurus. Don't be single. You don't focus on one thing. You need to be a little bit more multitask. You need to be able to do multitasking. Gemini. Um, Again, I see childish energy for you. You are very free. Some of you are thinking about um some, well, I see that you're buying a beautiful dress. Maybe you are thinking about buying a dress, going to somewhere very formal, and or some of you are just neglecting your day-to-day life and you're paying too much money or too much attention to look luxury items or things that you don't need, or not just spending money, but your thoughts are always about things that are not the number one priority. And this might somehow piss other people off in your family, maybe your parents, your spouse, or even yourself in the end. Find out that you're wasting your energy and money somewhere that is not going to pay back. I see you're very free, you don't care. Some of you might be like, I don't care anymore. And well, that's not, in the end, it's not good. You're neglecting something, and some of you are neglecting again something at home, your family, maybe even children. Like you're like, I'm done with this. um, there's definitely news that is coming, that most of it is good, but you see the empty part of the glass, unfortunately, and you try to make it more of a big of a deal, although it's not that bad. Like you don't see the empty part of the glass. There's some good to it, but you'll be like, I don't care, I just don't want it. Like for example, someone gives you a gift, just an example. I don't You don't like it, like I just don't want it, and just refuse it, or you reject it. And I want you, Gemini, don't do that. Don't reject anything. Don't refuse something that the universe gives to you. See everything, or consider everything as an opportunity, and try to work with that. Cancer. You might be pregnant, or I see a baby in your belly. So some of you might be pregnant and you might be worried about the health of your baby. If you're doing some test result, it's going to be good. I see definitely a healthy baby. Don't worry, you're going to deliver a very nice and healthy baby. Your baby is going to be very smart. I can't say boy or girl, but it's going to be very smart. You are going to be very surprised, very shocked. Maybe some of you just got married, or even not yet, and you're expecting, and it might be a little bit of surprise. For others of you, I see that you are getting a news that is surprising you, but in a pleasant way. But you have to act quickly and put your things together very quickly. I see tulips for some of you. Love is in the air, Cancer. This is a beautiful sign. It's this spring. If you're watching it in the springtime, it's going to bring a lot of changes in your life. Or I can say that the tulip is the purity, pure love around you, someone who's investing in the relationship, and you will have a future together. Maybe you want to grow tulips or something like that. If you're a painter, if you're an artist, you can use more tulips in your artwork. Or if you want to, I don't know, if you're shopping, maybe you can have your phone case with tulips. It will give you a very good energy. um there is someone who okay, I see someone is drinking, over drinking. If someone is drinking alcohol, they need to be careful, because they're putting themselves in health issues. It could be you, Cancer, or it can be someone that you know, but they will have issues if they continue to um over use alcohol too much. And there's some people who talk too much, and maybe someone who even, like, maybe they get, even like for example, someone gets drunk and they start talking and it's not the truth, and it doesn't mean anything. So some of you just have to neglect some people who are sending noises, and don't give a lot of energy. Don't give a lot of energy to that, and that's about it. There's two wish fulfillment for you. There's a path that you will go. Some of you are buying a guitar or some kind of musical instrument. Mm. A beautiful tree is growing somewhere in your heart. Some of you have started a family. Maybe it's a little bit shaky. Maybe you have finance issues or something, but it's very solid on the solid ground. Your tree is growing somewhere which is very solid. So don't worry about that. Oh, Leo. Um, Leo, your heart is very heavy. I see some sorrow, or you are a little bit down with something. You're magnifying. You're trying to analyze the situation. Maybe this is what I saw under the microscope. You're putting everything under the microscope more than it's needed. You're spending a lot of time more than it's needed, and I see just magnifying. Um, some of you might need to go for an oil checkup. Maybe you're living somewhere that is air pollution. I see a pollution is causing issues with your eyes, or maybe your lung, or in general with your health. It could be about you or someone dear to you. Some of you are feeling very lost. There's a fog in your head. It's very foggy, or where you live, it could be very muddy. Maybe there is a flood coming, or somehow something that stops you, slows you down. Maybe at this point you're very confused about something. You need to make a decision, but you don't have visibility, and you're magnifying it instead of like going to the other side and go to the details and say yes and no, and then get to the bottom of it. You're just magnifying it. Be careful, Leo. Don't stress yourself out, and talk to someone if you want. Someone is changing the hairstyle. Um, Talk to someone. Don't, I mean, cook your egg. If you're eating egg for breakfast, or if you specifically you're pregnant or for your children, make sure you're not eating a raw egg. There might be contamination or something in the egg. um Virgo, be careful. You might not be happy with something. I say in mirror might be broken. Your self image. You might be upset about something or someone that you didn't expect them to do that. Maybe someone you had to argue or discussion with someone and you didn't really expect that. If you're driving, be careful. Don't have an argue in the car, or don't fight if you are in the car with someone, because you might get distracted. Definitely during if you're traveling, and if you're in the open nature, like don't say, oh, look at that, look at this, look at the, I don't know, the mountain, or look at the stars. That could bring a distraction. I see two people in the car driving and they're not in agreement. Again, avoid having fights or discussions while you're driving. It could be dangerous. um, Again, there is a good and bad balance. I mean, there's light and dark, a little bit that you need to get out of it. There is a person that you're not in agreement, but you cannot just leave them behind. So you have to find a strategy or a solution somehow to I don't know, fix that problem. You're getting close to your goal, but it takes a little bit of time. You might need to go for an eye checkup as well. If you're driving, make sure you put your glasses, if you need sunglasses, in direct sun. Again, I see some driving issues for you, so be careful about that. I mean, accidents, it doesn't necessarily need to be in driving, but in general, watch your temper, um, specifically with older people. If you have older people around you, don't try to fight with them, because there might be some health issues. They might have a heart attack or something. Let's keep your how can I say, keep your emotions controlled. uh, Try to be controlled, especially around older senior people. You might, if you work in a jewelry shop, you might get a lot of fortune, or somehow you make a lot of money. Libra, oh, you're rushing, you're running around, and you're running for something. Maybe you miss a, you're running after a taxi, you're late for your walk. Specifically, if you're watching in the fall or in winter, I see you are running even without your coat. You didn't still put it on completely. You're running. You might be late for something, Libra. Something that you didn't mm, consider is happening, and you need to react very quickly. Something that you don't have enough time to get to the bottom of it, or you just are late and you're acting very quickly. If you're if you live somewhere where it's cold, I see a windy situation. There might be a windy situation, and be careful not to catch a cold, because I mean you're trying to do your thing your way, and you're going to the opposite direction of the wind. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to resist. You're trying to be Libra and resist. You are going to stay on your spot. You're going to stay on your argument. If you are in some discussion with some people, you're making it hard. I mean, you might be right, but this is not the right way to win the argument, because I mean, you're going against the flow for a lot of you. Again, I see a beautiful rose. Someone might come and I don't know, like express their emotions to you, or you want to do that. Don't be judging quickly. Wait for something. Don't say no or don't reject them. Again, I see that you and Gemini might be very much in a in a feeling of rejecting others, but give people a chance. Give yourself even a chance. Maybe you have feelings for someone, but you reject it, and you're like, no, it's not time for me. Be a little bit more cautious, because I see the rose is broken in the wind. Someone might fall in love with someone else, and they're expressing their emotions, and they get a harsh reaction. Um, just to let you know, Scorpio. Well, you have a twist in your mind, something that you can talk about. Some of you might have a toothache, or something in your mouth that you need to have checked up. Again, sinus infection could be, and throat infection. But I see your throat chakra is very much blocked. There's something, Scorpio, that you can't talk about, and this is making you ill. This is making you very sad. Maybe you're sad from something. Maybe some Scorpio lost someone, or something happened to them, which is sad. Um, and you are now grieving, or this Scorpio is grieving, or they are very upset. But after this grieving and the upset period and the grieving period, I see a huge anger. If you need to talk to someone, please do so. Some of you are not even, some Scorpions are not even taking care of their health. They don't eat. They are very upset. If you know an Scorpio like that, try to help them. Again, I see something. Don't use something on your skin if you don't test it. If you're allergic, try to test, I mean, the products that you put on your skin or in your mouth, like a toothpaste, toothbrush. If you are using a new product, try to test, make sure you don't have any allergy. Check the labels, check the boxes. You might have a cold or something, but you will recover. Don't worry about that. It's not that of a that of a big deal. For some of you, I see romance. I see two, like pairing, you might get a pair of something, or you might be a pair with someone, which is actually a very nice, very, there's a lot of harmony. I see a lot of harmony for you, Scorpio, which is very, very nice. And some of you are very cozy. You might get into a very nice relationship, and you are hugging each other. Very, very passionate energy for some of you, Scorpio. That's great. Some of you might have twins or might get twins. Let's see for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you are very explosive. You're explosive. You want to run around. You want to go here and there. Many of your problems are solved. I see you happy. You want to take a microphone in your hand and just sing. And you want to even disclose everything with everyone. Be careful. Don't say your news, your progress with everyone. Try to have some privacy for yourself or for others. There might be some people who might be upset with you because they think they said their secrets or their news to other people and they didn't want. Maybe you post something on your social media that some friend about a friend being pregnant, getting engaged, or whatever, and they didn't want it, and they will be upset. So be careful about what you're doing, about limitations, privacy of other people, about privacy of yourself as well. There's some money collected somewhere for you that you will collect. There's some money, maybe a gift, something that comes to you from a source that you didn't expect, or you expected, but you didn't know that's going to be that much money, which is very good. It's going to solve some of your problems. If you have a debt, you are able to pay back your debt, and you're going to be very happy. I see easiness and peace of mind for you, Sagittarius, after a lot of hardship, specifically a lot of financial problems. After that, now you have a lot of um, open energies. I see you're happy. You pay your debt, specifically about your home or your credit card or whatever. You can feel very good. there is a beautiful peacock here. You're gonna shine. But again, don't do something that people say something that you don't like. People might criticize you and they might be right. So try to respect that. Let's see for Capricorn, what do we have? Wow, we have a beautiful eagle. You're in the power. Some of you are getting into very powerful positions in your life right now. You're going up the ladder. You're getting maybe even in some government jobs, very important and very um, powerful, but don't misuse your power. If you're like if you're an officer or if you're someone in the in a big organization, don't misuse your power. I see a stop sign, maybe a police or an officer will stop you. Don't make sure you don't get pulled over. Even if you're an important person or if you're very rich or whatever, you have to obey the rules. That's the message I see. And if they want you to stop or whatever, you have to still go by the rules. um some of you don't feel in your skin. There's some good news or some joy, some success that is giving you a lot of happiness, a lot of courage, and that's actually great. Some of you might have an eye surgery or an eyelid surgery that is good, like it's for maybe a beauty process, a cosmetic process. It's gonna go well. Or maybe your lips or something, you want to do some beauty procedure on your face. It's going well. um I see a guitar. Maybe some of you are trying to play something. It's your birthday. If it's your birthday, you might receive some note, music, some good moments. Some of you are buying a bagel, but it's a weird bagel. Maybe it's a tomato bagel or something like that. You're trying it for the first time. You might buy some socks. Some of you need to keep your feet warm in the winter if you're watching and it's winter. And that's it um, for Capricorn. Let's go for Aquarius. What is coming up? Aquarius, I see you with your partner. You guys are spending a lot of time together, or you wish you had your partner with you, or they wish they had you. Two people are missing each other and they wish they had each other at that time. You could actually have a meeting, and after time, a long time of not being together, you might meet and you will be sticking together all the time and you won't be apart. Um, but I see that you guys are mostly like thinking together. Maybe you're silent, maybe you're grieving toward the process or about the process, or you're thinking about a solution for a problem because you're together after a while, and then you have things that you have to sort out. You have things that you need to understand. Um, there is a lot of energy, like a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but it's getting better. Um, you have seen harder or worse time than this, but now I see that before maybe you were alone by yourself, but now you have a strong person next to you. It doesn't matter if you're male or female energy, but I see that now you have someone next to you that helps you. If someone is sick in Aquarius, or someone is sick, for like someone close to an Aquarius is sick, you will have someone to take care of you. You guys together with your twin flame, and even if you're single, there is energy around you. Your twin flame, your guide, your guardian angel is there, is with you, and they help you to sort out all these problems. Some of you are going to have a crown, very beautiful. You are going to be recognized. If you are going to be a big name, even maybe in your family, people are going to be proud of you. Or even in a bigger picture, maybe you are going to have a lot of followers. You have a, I don't know, a big influencer, more than what you thought. I see someone with blonde hair. Um, Someone has sleep problems. They can't go to sleep. It could be a young person, like a teenager probably, that they have sleep problems. This person is, or this Aquarius is thinking about problems that are bigger than their age category. Maybe a teenager thinking about very big, like about some things that is not in their control, and the governments and stuff like that. I don't know. I see some big energy that is in your head, and you're trying to make sense of it. And someone is definitely in love. I see a heart. Definitely, I see it's not the same love that I saw earlier for maybe Scorpio, or because this is a pure love and romance, but there's a problem. Either you guys are far from each other, or there's a problem. Someone is sick, or there's physically distance between you, or there are children involved, or there's some financial issue. There are still issues, but I can say that your souls are very much together and sticking together. So you can overcome all the problems. There's a good news coming. Someone is closing a chapter. Someone might be relocating. If you're thinking about relocating, that's going to happen. Don't break your parents' heart, Aquarius. Pisces, wow, you're shining. You are very victorious. You are going to have a very good news very soon. You either have a promotion. I see you standing on the top of the mountain, and that's it. Like the max is there. You're there. You defeat your enemies, or you reach your goals. You can do what was your goal. You can do it. You can achieve. You can accomplish. Pisces people are looking at you as a person who is an achiever, a person who is very kind to others. People admire you. Many people like to be your friend, but you like to be alone. Um, you might go pick up someone at the airport, or someone comes pick up you and they have flowers. It's very, very good energy. I see a welcoming energy, Pisces. The energies are welcoming you to the new time, to the new era, to new days that is gonna follow after this, after you're watching this video. And you're in a bubble of blessing, Pisces. You have a beautiful bubble around you. You're very well recognized. And again, if anyone wishes bad for you, they are going to be defeated, and you may not even understand, you may not even want it, but the universe will do that. The universe has your back, Pisces, because you have a very good heart. You're trying to help people. You have been upset for a long time for some people, and you try to pray. I see that you have done a lot of praying, Pisces. I see you with a huge bouquet of flowers. Maybe some of you going back home, or you even have a victorious whatever. If you do sport, or maybe you're an artist in your business, you have a lot of success. People admire you, people recognize you, you might get a promotion. Or even your parents, your partner, your children, they are very proud of you. I see people are proud of you, Pisces, and you will hear that either from themselves or from other people who say, that person told this about you, Pisces. They said that this Pisces is blah blah blah. They're very good. You hear admiration, or you receive something very nice, and I love that, Pisces. You are starting a new journey for some of you. You're very determined. You have the light in your heart. Something is warm in your heart. Some of you have hope. Some of you have found love. You're not maybe right now together, but you feel the signals, and the seeds have been, they are growing now. They're coming out. And for a lot of you, it's a beautiful chapter in your life. Some of you are going on traveling a lot. You're going on either vacation or work related, business related trip, or you are going to see a loved one. For some of you, it's a very important trip that you are going, or you have been waiting for. Maybe it's in a spiritual trip to, I don't know, India, or whatever your religion is. It's going to be a spiritual trip that you have been waiting, and you come back delighted. You come back as a new person. And as I said, you are in the bubble of protection. You're protected by Pisces. Wow, this is fantastic. I love that. Well, that was the reading for today, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. Um, and as always, I hope that you're all doing well and stay blessed.